what's up? It's Cecily with Drive Girl Drive, and I've got two topics for you today. The first one is going to be an update on my car. What happened? Okay. The second thing is a answer to Randy UberMan. He actually talked about my car issue, so that's how it ties into this video. So I'm going to leave that link below if you want to skip past the update and just go right to the beef. No, it's not. It's not beef. It's not. Just playing with you guys. Anyway, first things first with the car. I'm definitely taking all of your suggestions. Thank you for all of your suggestions. I mean, an overflow of suggestions, lots of them. I'm going to start at the top. I've definitely reached out to Nissan. They saw my video and they were like, how can we help you? So I've sent them like the registration and stuff. I had to prove that I own the car, and I need to connect with my agent to see if my car qualifies for the extended CVT transmission warranty coverage, blah, blah, blah. So apparently this is an issue that is very, very, very common. If you Google CVT transmission failure right now, you will be like, what? Like, this is a real thing? And it's been happening for over a decade for most of Nissan's models. To put it plainly, the issue that I have is not because I used it for commercial use. The car is within the range of where a lot of people have found that their CVT transmissions failed. And if you're not sure and you want to do some research, put it in Google, put it in YouTube. There's tons of class action suits. I'm actually going to call an attorney too. After I call Nissan, I saw a few that represented people who have the same model car that I have. So if there's a way that I can get some money back in that regard, because I feel like this is a lemon law situation. You know, California lemon law. I'm not an attorney, but it basically is a law that protects people from buying, like, you know, cars that have like issues, used car people, you know, making the car look good and it's not really, and all that kind of stuff. But there have been some people awarded money under that sort of statute, so I'm going to pursue that as well. Which brings me to my response video for Randy. Randy is my friend. There's no beef. At least he's a friend in my head. But I had some folks saying, "Ooh, Randy is talking about you. He is saying things about you. Did you see the video? Did you see the video? Did you see the video?" And I was like, "No." And when I watched it, I was like, I see how they got that. Like, they thought that he was talking like directly to me. But honestly, you know, what do they say? You know, inspiration is contagious. I'm glad that I brought up an issue that a lot of you guys can relate to, that is, you know, creating other interests outside of my channel. Kevin talked about it. He's talking about it. I think it's awesome. I think that it's a conversation that we should have, and I'm glad that I came up with it. Anyway, that's the shade. The second part of it, I was like, wait a minute. You don't know, Randy, you don't know me like that. Like, why'd you say that? That's not nice at all. You didn't ask me that. Well, you know, that's what my ego said. And then I was like, well, let me just respond, because that makes it easier. But the thing that really got me first and foremost, I do agree with what he said. He said that if you're buying a car, you should definitely buy a car that is commonly used for like commercial usage. We all know the Toyotas, the Hyundais, you know, like cars that are on the road for a very long time. Those are cars that you should be buying for rideshare. I agree. When I bought this car, I didn't buy it for rideshare. I bought a car for my son. I bought a car for my daughter. And I have a truck. And my son was underage at the time. And I said, hey, guy, I'm going to use this car for rideshare because it takes $24 to fill up the tank. And when you get your license, you can have it. Well, he's 19 at San Diego State now, and he doesn't have a license. He has no interest in driving. He knows the cars he is, and he's just like, whatever. So until I mean, I'm mostly worried about the fact that I bought the car for him, and if he decided to come and get it tomorrow, he couldn't because of the transmission issue. So that's the most of my emotion is kind of centered around that. But you know, how do I say this? when I heard Randy say, you know, if you are paying a car note, you shouldn't be doing rideshare because you can't afford it. I was like, I don't agree. How can I not afford it? I have 3 vehicles. I don't understand. Like, why can't this place that I pay every month? Like, why can't I afford it? Like, I rideshare was never intended to be my career. It's not a career choice. I'm a web designer. I'm a graphic designer. I have been for 20 years. I've done PR for people. I've worked in marketing. Um, I'm an actress. You guys see me selling stuff on television, commercials. Uh, the $200 a month I paid on the car was nothing. The car went up. The car originally was for sale for $9,000. It was a drop in the bucket. And the great thing about driving part-time, because that's what I did and that's what I do, my shooting my shot, $200 to $500 a week is really all I needed. My cell phone bill is $300. So I think there's a difference in of course, because I'm here in Los Angeles, things are crazy expensive. If you don't believe me, you can look on, you can look it up on the internet. I live in Studio City. You can see how much it costs for me to live here. Um, I do rideshare because it's interesting to me. I do it because it's a quick buck. I don't have to use my brain, and it sometimes is the glue when you're a freelancer and you're sending out invoices and people are paying you net 30 or when they feel like it. This is just nice money to have cash, what have you. I have a child in college that I'm supporting as well. So it's like, what? I can run a few calls and be like, all right, I sent you some money. Bam. So I don't agree with his theory that if you don't have money to pay your transmission, wait, what? How he said I don't have money to pay for my transmission? Nobody asked me. I didn't put together a GoFundMe. I didn't ask you for your help. I never said I didn't have the money. I just don't want to pay it. I don't want. Would you want to pay it? Would you want to pay $4,000 to replace a transmission in a 4-year-old car? Even if I owned it, I don't want to pay it. That's just it. Um, but I also didn't really understand where he was mentioning if you don't have money set aside to pay for your transmission, you probably don't have money set aside for your insurance, and you shouldn't be doing rideshare. Wait. What grown up cannot pay their deductible? Plenty, I know, plenty. But to infer that I don't have money to pay my deductible, do you know what my deductible is? Like, rideshare or not, if you don't have enough money to pay your deductible for your insurance, then you should get better insurance with a lower deductible or get a better job to pay it. But you, as an adult, should be able to pay your deductible if you're driving. That's just good advice. And I just don't know why he said that. And maybe that wasn't directed to me. I'll just give him a benefit of the doubt. But the issue with my car is definitely a manufacturer's based issue. It has nothing to do with me and what I've done to the car. The car should not be breaking down. And I'm not a full-time driver, never have been, never will be. I enjoy the gig economy. I think it's awesome, and a lot of people do too. I'm surrounded by people who are attorneys by day, stand-up comedians by night, a doctor, and a talent agent. You know what I'm saying? I'm surrounded by hustlers. In LA, you gotta hustle. One, because it's so expensive, but two, it's just like it's a land of make believe. You can do whatever you want to do, and let me tell you, the waiter jobs, the actors/waiters are the ones who are driving Uber. The people, the hopefuls, the folks who are creating content that you guys are enjoying are driving for Uber and Lyft here. Like it's very commonplace for people to say, oh yeah, I did Uber for like a little bit, to get some money for my project, because everyone's always looking for money out here for projects. Even people with money are looking for money for projects out here. So I just think that we gotta exist in different worlds. I think if I was sitting in Sacramento or something like that, and I'm saying that because I'm from Sacramento, that would make more sense. Things are more affordable. You know what I mean? And so your approach would be different across the board. So I definitely respect the differences between where I live and where Randy is from. And I just want to say to you guys, uh, watch this video, go look at the video, and definitely take his advice that he's saying about the cars and that sort of thing. But I just felt like, you know, when some of the people that were hitting me up, I was like, let me clear a few things up just in case, because you know how this rumor mill gets to rolling. And I saw Kevin's video, and in his video, I'm like, okay, let me control my image here. But yeah, this past week, Maven Gig. It's a rental company. They lease cars to people who do gig economy, not necessarily just ride share or just courier jobs, but even if you have your own business, you can rent a car from them, and it's super easy to do. They have insurance included and all this stuff. Anyway, they gave me a car for free. I drove it around last week. It was an EV boat, brand new 2017. Clean air car, so much fun. That video is coming out this week. And honestly, I see the benefit of leasing a car for this because, hey, I wouldn't be in this situation. However, leasing a car, renting a car, there's an expense attached to it. And if you're trying to make some quick money or whatever, you have to decide whether it's worth it or not. But nonetheless, I enjoyed that. That video is coming this week. You guys are going to love it. And then I'm hoping that I will have another update, some sort of resolution for the Nissan. So gonna leave both Randy's video and Kevin's video, should you be interested. And if you're not sure who I am, my name is Cecilia Jamela, and I talk about rideshare, gig economy, and starting your own business. I've been doing this for a while, so you might want to pay attention to what I have to say. I'm just kidding. But definitely subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Bye.